Hello everybody, welcome again to another Texas Chainsaw Massacre news roundup update or whatever. I apologize, I haven't been staying on top of things like I said I would. I got sick and I didn't feel I was in a very good position to do a lot of commentating or anything of that nature. I really want to dive into all of this new information that we have for the game now because we do have quite a bit, starting with this image. So we have some in-game screenshots of the game now, and the game looks phenomenal. Graphically, this game is stunning. Very, very pretty. But we got a little bit more than just confirmation that the game does in fact look beautiful, which is one of the benefits of dropping last gen, that, and I'm sure it'll run amazingly. But in the bottom right, you can see on the license plate that we have confirmation of a 3v4 game mode. I'm sure it'll be the main game mode, but basically the game will be 3v4. And the devs later went on to confirm that, yes, this is a 3 vs 4 game, 4 killers, 3 survivors. So I have worries about this. Let me tell you why. This tells me that there's not going to be very much difference in power. It's going to be, I'm sure the killers will have advantages, of course. They've said that the survivors can't exactly fight back, but that implies to me that the pace of the game will be fairly slow, possibly. 3 killers, 4 survivors. It's not going to take very long to kill all the survivors if it did play out like Friday the 13th. They've said stealth is a fairly big thing in the game. Now I'm worried the killer for a lot of the gameplay will just be running around looking for survivors and not really doing much other than traveling what is definitely going to be beautiful landscape, but a lot of landscape searching nonetheless. I could be completely wrong on this. Now that is the negative side of that, but the positive side, the reason why I'm not super pessimistic about this, despite what I just said, I do think the game will actually be fun. That is a small worry, but we haven't seen gameplay yet. The reason why I'm more optimistic and I have more faith in these guys is because with Friday the 13th, they took a long time to get to a certain system that actually worked. If you don't know, for a while they actually were thinking about Jason not having abilities. He would just run around, grab you, kill you. That was it. He had to run across the entire map, and it wasn't fun, so they came up with different ways to make the game more enjoyable. Now for Texas, I doubt we're going to see Leatherface teleporting. I don't believe they use a vehicle in the original one. There's a lot of broken down cars, but I don't think they actually... Oh, no. The cook does have a truck, if I recall correctly. So maybe you'll be able to drive around to make it a little more tolerable. Or maybe there'll be, like, side objectives. Who knows? Maybe you have to, like, as Leatherface, you gotta, like, carve some dude up or something. And, like, make dinner. I have no idea. It'll be very interesting to see where they go with this. Now, next, we have this screenshot, which, once again, this looks gorgeous. Holy smokes. This game is beautiful. It looks fantastic. But, so what do we learn from this? If you look to the top left, we see our possible first survivor. I believe they did confirm that this is a survivor. I'm not entirely sure if they've confirmed that. But, yeah, that is there. So, this is a close-up image of Maria. This is when I look at the counselors, or excuse me, survivors. And if you do not know, this takes place before the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so we're not going to be seeing like Franklin or Sally or anything like that. At least maybe not on launch. Maybe they'll have them as cool little DLC characters or something. But the game does take place before the first one, the first movie, that is. And here we have the final screenshot, which you already know. Once again, this game looks gorgeous. It looks fantastic, beautiful. But the little bit of news thing that I believe that they're trying to tell us with this one is how it'll work as Survivor, which once again confirms that this will be a stealth game. If you look at the right, we see a little poster here saying, "Be silent, turn off the lights, and lastly, stay in the shadows," which very much confirms to me that this is a stealth game, at least from the survivor point of view. You aren't going to have very many options to fight back, which I believe they have also gone down as saying that there won't be a ton of ways to fight back as survivor. It's mostly just going to be like a last resort sort of thing. So, with them saying to stay silent, I wonder if there will be a similar mechanic to Friday the 13th. Like if maybe one of the objectives is really loud, right? Or maybe a few of them are, whatever. and it can help the killer pinpoint where exactly a survivor is. Like, there'll be like those little sound bubbles, possibly to Friday the 13th, to help narrow down where exactly to go, because if they don't know where to go, they're just going to be roaming around the landscape and all that kind of stuff. But I'm sure they've thought of this, that this is not their first time around the rodeo. And even in their first time, they made sure fun was the priority. So I'm not super worried, but it is a small concern. With that being said, that is the news recap for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll be covering the game more, so if you want to stay up to date with it, feel free to subscribe. And thank you all so much again for watching. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.